today we are not just going to speak about timelines and parallel time. I am going to explain parallel lifetime healing. For you to better understand parallel lifetime healing, I first want us to look at timelines. This is you, and this is your life. We have the past, we have the present, and we have the future. Okay? This is how we as humans perceive time. Linearly. Past, present, future, they happen after each other. We can actually benefit from using this linear way of viewing time when learning about timelines. Here we have timelines, different versions of your life. When I explain timelines, I love to use the example that let's say that when you walk out the door today, when you are on your way to work, you can go in the direction you usually go, but you can also choose to go another direction. And what if when you go that other direction, you will bump into your soulmate? And you both will find each other very attractive and you might schedule a date. Your life would look very differently if you bumped into your soulmate today compared to if you didn't. Right? So we have one version of you or another person where they can have two different lives in this same life. Two different timelines, two different scenarios. One life continues the same way as always, or you try something new, you go another direction, and there you bump into your soulmate and you start to date, you marry, you have children, all of that. Maybe that would happen eventually on this other timeline as well. But at least now in the beginning, the upcoming weeks, days, or hours will look different depending on when you meet your soulmate and which direction you go. So now in your life, you have multiple decisions to make. We make decisions all the time. We can, whenever we want, decide to do something else in life. And if we look at this picture, we could say that all of these timelines has a frequency. Here we have a quite low frequency. Here we have a higher frequency. Here, this timeline, an even higher frequency. This timeline, even happier and higher frequency. This, oh my god, the highest timeline where you would have the highest frequency. If we connect this back to the videos where we've been speaking about trauma, you could view yourself as having a high frequency and maybe something traumatic happens, so you now stay on a lower frequency. Your frequency determines what timeline you are on, because depending on your frequency, think of your frequency as your mood, depending on what mood you are in, that will determine what decisions you make. That will determine if you go the same route as always or if you try something new. Your mood and your frequency dictates your life. So if we now look at you in a point in time where you were living life based on the shoulds, you were just following everyone else's advice, doing what you were supposed to, and you didn't feel that much. Life was grey and boring, and however that feels or felt to you. You were sort of unstimulated, things felt heavy, dull, etc. Now why you got here could be many reasons, usually because of subconscious programming and limiting beliefs. But if you one day come across an understanding, an inspirational person, a person that inspires you, maybe you start to open up to the possibilities that life can look different. It's possible to heal. That's how it works. If I shift my frequency, I can get a different life. How interesting. Maybe you come across something, or maybe it was a trauma holding you back and holding you down. Maybe you healed that trauma, and then you automatically quantum jump and quantum leap up to this new timeline. Maybe this should have been an episode about quantum leaping or quantum jumping. Here you have that. That is how quantum jumping and quantum leaping works. When we release something that's been holding our frequency down and low, we quantum jump and quantum leap into a higher frequency. Let me know in the comments if you want me to go deeper into the phenomena of quantum jumping and quantum leaping, because then we're gonna do it. But you need to comment and let me know that you want that episode first. So to be clear, here on this timeline, you had trauma, you had blockages, but here in the present, when you healed that, you shifted, so you won't experience this low timeline no more. No, you shifted to a higher timeline up here. And maybe here, maybe you find in the future something even more inspiring. Maybe you start to take care of yourself better, exercise, go for a walk, eat differently. So all of a sudden you raise your frequency and it just continues up, 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 up for you. Now, to understand parallel lifetime healing, what I want you to understand is that you live many lifetimes right here and right now. Many people believe that they are happening after each other. The way I view time, which we can discuss in the next episode, is that I see it parallel. I see lifetimes happening simultaneously. So let me portray two of your lifetimes here. So here we have you and your life, and here we have a parallel version of you, another life your soul is experiencing right now. In the episode about energy cords, we spoke about quantum entanglement. If you yet haven't watched that episode, I highly recommend you to do so. But quantum entanglement, briefly, thanks to physicists, we know that if we split a subatomic particle such as a photon and we send one half far away and we keep one half here, thanks to these brilliant physicists, we know that if we were to stimulate any of the two parts of what used to be one photon, the other particle would react as if we were stimulating that particle. That is quantum entanglement. One particle split into two. They are energetically connected. We could now say that they share the same soul, but they are split. And now we can say that they are split into two lives. And when it's stimulated in one lifetime, it may be stimulated in another lifetime. So the fact that you two share the same soul blueprint, the fact that you are the same soul experiencing multiple lives at the same time, that is what energetically connects you two. So you two, you and you have a very similar core frequency. And if that similar core frequency gets in a certain emotional state, it's possible for you to not only feel the depth of your feelings in this lifetime, but you start to vibrate in a way that is so similar to you in the other lifetime. Let's say you are sad in another lifetime and something happens here, so you get sad here, but you feel so much grief because you on a soul level can feel the grief across time and space because you are entangled. And parallel lifetime healing is, I just love doing it. That's how I've been doing healing for the past years, because I love it. That's what I see. And what I want you to understand now when we speak about parallel lifetime healing, we could simplify it and say that Let's pretend that you as a soul, you're stuck here. You don't have friends, you don't have internet, you live a completely different life. It may not even be on Earth, okay? And you are stuck. Your soul wants to grow and evolve. So to make sure that you will grow in that lifetime, because you are meant to share a similar frequency, when you experience this and you get stuck, you may start to experience that here as well. And when you in this lifetime figure out how to heal that and raise your frequency and quantum jump and quantum leap to a higher timeline, that is what actually helps you here. You become a spirit guide to yourself. You here in this lifetime, you may get help, you may do energy healing, you may go in therapy, but you here get insight. So all you need in this lifetime is to quiet your mind and allow your soul wisdom and your soul intuition to come online. But now during a parallel lifetime healing session that I've been doing, usually it's been the other way around. Someone is experiencing this dark pain or dark emotional wound and they don't understand where it comes from. Yes, we usually find and see a small trigger somewhere along the line in this lifetime, but that trigger doesn't explain why they feel that emotion to the depth that they do. And usually what I then find is that I find either a parallel lifetime or like a metaphoric picture of what happens in multiple lifetimes so that we can understand what emotional process and lessons this soul is meant to learn through many lifetimes. And then we look at how can we as spirit guides help you heal here, and by you healing there and quantum jumping straight away during the session, the symptom, the pain and the emotional blockage that you've been experiencing here, it also you shift. Just as you shift here, you shift here. So you're quantum entangled to your parallel lifetimes, and no matter what particle you choose to stimulate, you help heal the other one. Now this is of course not medical advice, and I do never claim results of any kind. This is simply an explanation that parallel lifetime, it's once again quantum entanglement. Thank you for watching or listening to today's episode. I really hope that you have enjoyed it, and if you did, I would be really happy if you left a comment or a like. And of course, I do hope that you share this with your spiritual friend, and here are some other videos that I think that both you and your friend will like.